Hey friends, welcome back, or if you're new, welcome. So today we're going to talk about garage sailing. The weather's changing, people are going to start to want to throw their stuff out and get rid of it. And you're out and you think, wow, I could sure use a new chainsaw. And then you stop and there is a chainsaw sitting. And you thought you were going to find a chainsaw, so you thought ahead and you thought, well, what should I bring? Well, some of the basic, a good scrunch. You can pretty much do most of the testing or examination, taking off your clutch cover and your shroud and your bar and all that. You could bring an endoscope if they'll let you get really involved in the examination, or your cordless drill with a T27 bit on there. That's steel anyway. You can have other bits. Maybe a compression tester. A flashlight comes in handy. But anyways, so you come up and you see this saw sitting there, and you ask the guy, what's wrong with this? And he says, well, I used it one time and it scared me, so I want it away from me. I can't sleep at night knowing I have it. So you say, okay, well, you mind if I look at it? Take a good look at it? He says, no, go ahead. So one thing you'll do, examine it, make sure nothing's broken, make sure the clutch cover is all intact, make sure it doesn't have any signs of being dropped out of a tree or run over. You can, okay, that's moving, okay. Does it have compression? Yeah. It's hanging. It's not thump, thump, thump right down. So that's a good sign. You think, well, I should check the fuel, see how it was stored. Pop the cap. There's fuel in there. Doesn't smell like varnish. It doesn't make me sick. Okay. So it wasn't stored that long ago. And it's blue. I can see it's not clear. So it wasn't straight gassed. You can check your oil tank. I don't see any debris in there. You know, if they ran it with a bunch of debris in there, it could clog the oil filter, and then you'll run into some problems later. Okay, so that all looks good. Let's see if the chain brake works. Oh yeah, that works. So we know that it wasn't run with the chain brake engaged and had it break off. It's possible it could have damage, but it does work, so we know it's not damaged. Okay, we can check the clutch later. Inspect the chain. It's nice and sharp, because he only used it one time. You can check for wobble. Okay, it's sitting in there nice. That means it's riding flat, so he had proper tension. Didn't run it tight. So the bar is in good condition. That's a good sign. So then you would look it all over again. Before you go into taking the bar off or anything, we're still doing the least invasive. Take your shroud off and inspect everything in there. Make sure nothing's broken. Look for a clean air filter. That means that either one, he did only use it the one time, or that the saw was maintained while it was being used. Take your filter off, inspect the intake. Yeah, there's no debris in there. So the filter was doing its job. It's been maintained. That all looks good. Everything's working there. Put it down into the choke position. Okay. Everything's worked. Everything's connected. Okay. So you've looked at this. Everything looks good. So you ask him, do you mind if I go a little further, if I take the muffler off and look inside? So he's honest. He says, no, go ahead. If he says, no way, then that's a red flag. Okay, so you will remove the little caps if it has them. This is where this comes in handy. Take your 2 or 4 screws, depending, out and remove your muffler. Then you can look in there, see the face of the piston, work it up and down, make sure there's no damage on it. If there's a lot of scoring, then you know why it's set out there. If it was straight gassed, you can tell because it'll be all melted together and it won't look right. When you have the muffler off, you can also check the cylinder on the intake side. When you have the piston at bottom dead center, you can see straight back. If the walls are nice, you can see cross hatching, that's great. So now you can come back here, take the spark plug out, and then you can see inside of the cylinder on the exhaust side. So you can get a flashlight, look at the top of the piston, make sure there's no carbon or damage in there. And then as you go down to bottom, you can see the wall, make sure there's no aluminum transfer or anything wrong there. Okay, so that looks great. Everything checks out there. The last hidden thing to find, I wish my hands worked. Take your clutch cover off. I should have did it ahead of time. Okay, that looks all clean. The clutch drum is nice. There's not a big blue ring around it from being overheated. You can check your rim sprocket, it looks good. Your E-clip's on and your washer. Then go ahead and check the play on your drum. Yep. It's good and solid. Everything spins freely. Yeah, it looks good. So, another thing you can check is make sure that your lockout works. That works. Another thing I'll go back to before we leave is if you're holding your saw up and it thump, 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 drops down, if it comes equipped with a decompression valve, make sure that that valve is not pushed down. Pull it up, because sometimes they will be in that position and you can't build up compression in that case. So it'll do it, and just pull it up, and if it still goes down quickly, make sure the spark plug is tight. Sometimes someone will install a new spark plug and there's a crush washer on the bottom, which once it's seated with a new plug, you have to go past until it stops, because the crush washer needs to do its job. So if that's not tight and it's worked out, the compression can leak past that. If it still does it after that, well, then I would probably walk away, especially if they won't let you look inside. That's a very bad sign. But anyways, that's some things that you can do. Make sure you find a good saw. You don't want to buy a saw at a garage sale and then take it home and find out it needs a bunch of parts or it's blown up, because then you'll go back and the doors will be locked and boarded up, and then you're out of luck. Alright guys, well, I hope that helped. I hope I gave you some good information. I hope you find some good saws. Be kind. Do what you can to help others. Make the world a better place, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.